Your son's vibrator.
Your pussy, my mouth. Make it happen.
I want to lick the middle of your legs.
Ooh, what a penis. My penis is super dope.
Maybe she can't live without my handsome cockhead.
Your son's vibrator.
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Jason. Ellis.
Viking. Moose Knuckle. Red the Dragon. Knight. Danger. Canada. Uncircumcised. Philanthropy. Stupid stuff. Supercross. Pain. Nipple. Machete. Fashion. A scintillating bloodbath. A hellacious fury. Evil. Cannabis. Interesting thing. Awesome.
Radio. Tigers, elephants, orangutans, lions, bears. They'll make you stare. Dragons, salamanders, fish in the sea. Know what I mean? Jason Ellis.
Fuck you.
Michael Tully.
I'm not very sexy.
Dingo.
Pound for pound.
Andrew Groose. Absolutely. Kevin Kraft.
Don't worry, we got the bases covered.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Live from Hollywood.
House is blowing up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Your pussy, my mouth. Make it happen.
Hello. I believe that, yes, it's great to be here. I believe that if you want your arms to be longer, you could make your arms just a little bit longer. And I believe, like, loosen the tendons or something. It's like that thing that, we came from chimps and kangaroos, and cows are related to whales. You just change because you want to. That's why I think that you could make your penis longer if you wanted it. Not like a foot longer, but an inch over 10 years. I'm gonna sell the pill. Got this new pill called, Dick Grow 5000, Jason Ellis. We do yoga, mental stimulation, focusing camps, and next thing you know, you measure your dick, and boom.
Boom! Tough acting to acting.
1 inch longer thanks to my new system.
Have you ever measured your dick?
No. Maybe one time when I was a kid or something, but no. I know I never got, I just never, it's sort of, nah.
I measured it once.
You measured. You measured Jason's dick.
I was like, that can't be right.
With a ruler?
It's not. Yeah, I don't think I think you're supposed to do it with a tape measure.
Yeah.
You know
Because
what?
rulers stop at 12 inches.
I've measured it when I
No, they
buy
don't.
when I buy dildos at the sex store and they say what size they are. I go, oh yeah. Guess it's probably like that then.
I think those lie too.
You think? Bigger or
Yeah.
smaller?
It's like Subway's $5 footlongs.
Exactly. Never
Yeah.
actually a foot long.
It's like 10 inches.
Right.
Hmm.
Maybe if like a couple of leaves of lettuce are sticking out at each end.
Would it be weird to go to a sex store with a ruler?
I never knew that Subway footlongs weren't a footlong.
Wait, they're not? They are.
He just
They got
said they're
sued.
not.
He's lying.
They lost a lawsuit, I believe. I think they had some dodgy bread with some shrinkage. Like, I don't think they set
Now-
out to sell a 9-inch sub and call it a 12-inch
Is
sub.
it an 11?
But I think that there were people who were able to prove that at times the 12-inch footlongs that they got were not in reality actually 12 full inches.
How close though, Michael? Not like
I don't remember, but I do know that they lost this
Yeah.
this
like
lawsuit.
about a knob, right?
I blame Jared.
Yeah, he got blamed for a lot of things.
How big is a foot? Whose
No,
foot are we
it's
talking
actually
about?
just one
Well,
one thing.
He deserved that. He
Yep.
deserved that.
Being a pedophile. Speaking of pedophiles, got a story for you. I know, dude. It's not that bad, but I'm a little perplexed about it. My son is cool. My wife is cool. They're like, you did the right thing, but I still am a little weirded out about it. I went to, I took my kid, my son to school to find out what his teacher is going to be and all that shit on Sunday. And that was cool. And then on the way home, he wanted to go to this little corner market near my house. to get some Takis and a Gatorade. That's his thing. And I was like, yeah, man, no problem. I can do that. So we go in there. And it's a corner store, man. It's like super community friendly, kind of uppity white people, quite frankly, because it's up off Sunset.
Oh, the one by your house?
Yeah.
Good sandwich spot.
Yes, okay. So there you go. And I've been in there a million times. But I'm in there with my wife and my 2 children. And my daughter is 14 and she is tall. She does look older. And I was down the back helping Tiggy get a drink or something, and this dude comes around, old guy that looks pretty cracked out. He's got a lighter in his hand. And he's flicking the lighter, and he's talking to himself, and he kind of walked up towards Katie, and I was like, hey, man, take it easy. And he's like, what'd you say? I said, take it easy. And he goes, oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh, my God, dude. And I look at Tiki, because I know Tiki doesn't like altercations, just like his father, and I'm like, don't worry about it, dude. I'm not into this. Don't worry about it. He goes, no, he was looking at Devin. I'm like, what? He was looking at Devin the wrong way. And Tiki never says shit. Because he knows that if he says stuff to me, he doesn't want me to be he'd rather it just happen and me not know it happened because he doesn't want me to get involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
We've had talks about it, but it's because of my temper. So he doesn't want to be, and I'm like, okay, where's Devin? He's like, over there. He was just staring at her, and then he came over here with the lighter. And so I go back over to Devin and just forget about him. And I just go, and sure enough, as I go around to find where Devin is in the corridor, in one of the lanes, they're really small lanes, he comes back and is coming up the lane looking at Devin. So, and Devin, completely oblivious to the whole thing, just looking at fucking different Taki flavors. This dude comes walking up and tries to, like, bump into her, like, drag himself across the front of her in this lane. So, I just fucking grabbed him and you know what I mean, pulled him past her and fucking pushed him out of the front of the store, and he tried to hit me with he had like a cane or something. He's like, what's up, you want to fucking go? And I was like, shut the fuck up,
In
you
the entranceway right there?
Yeah, dude, in the front of the market, and then the dude that owns it straight away starts screaming at the guy, no, you don't do that. You're like he knows him.
Yeah.
Like he's some dude that's doing shit. And I go, this motherfucker right here is staring at my 14-year-old daughter, and he goes, what'd you say? I said, you're a crackhead, and you're staring at a 14-year-old. That's what I fucking said. He's like, you want to go? And I was like, dude, please, shut up.
How old a crackhead are we talking here?
Same age as me, but on crack.
Oh.
So he
So
looked.
that's like 70.
Yeah. It's a fucking. Look, dude, he had a big chest piece on his, you know what I mean, that he'd had before. He'd obviously completely burned himself apart. He was, dude, you're flicking a lighter. You're flicking a lighter in the market at people. Like you're talking to people. You're trying to poke people, and I didn't see it as a sexual thing. I just saw it as he was just starting shit, and he was like, that's a younger girl that I can start shit with. Because if I had thought that, I would have just taken him out.
Yeah.
I mean, the day you do that is the day you die. I don't care. He wasn't doing that. He was just kind of crazy trying to start shit with people that he thought he could get away with it. He was going to do it to Katie, and then he saw me, and then he was going to do it to Devin because I was standing next to Katie. You know, I didn't accidentally walked around and met him because Tiger told me.
Yeah.
So that means at one point before, I didn't know, this dude was staring at Devin in a, I don't know how, but dude, Tiki had her back hard. So then this guy's saying something, and then he goes out and starts throwing his bags around and goes to grab something. And that's when I don't know how much he said, but he kind of threw something towards me, and I just sort of moved towards him, and I was like, well, then go on then. You do it and see what fucking happens. And he said, what's your name, bro? And I was like, I don't know why, but I said, Jason. And he's like, what's your last name? And I was like, Jason's going to kill you if you don't shut the fuck up.
Is that what you said to him?
Yeah. And then this other guy comes in, and I don't know what Tigi's deal is, man, but I don't know. But this other guy goes, hey, bro, just walk away. And I said, walk away from my from my wife and my children? I'm buying stuff at the fucking market, and this crackhead's checking my daughter. Why don't you bud the fuck out, dude? And he's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh, my God, dude.
Another guy?
Yeah, but he didn't. He just wanted to. It turns out he's the neighbor with the Porsche that fucking called the cops on the Colombian birthday party I had for my.
Second guy, see
he's-
the guy. That
it's the indicator neighbor, and I didn't know. And there's no face to the indicator neighbor. Now I know the indicator neighbor.
Oh my
so
God.
he just wanted to say something because he hates me.
Yeah.
So he walked in to say that. I didn't know. I just thought it was a dude. I didn't realize until I got in the parking lot, and then that dude got in his Porsche, and I'm like, oh, it's the.
and you're glad you
it's
yelled
the-
at him.
Yeah. But Tiki seems to think that the dude was Persian, and Persian guys don't like white guys with tattoos. And I'm like, dude, that's not what's going on here. You know, the guy's just a dickhead. And, you know, but anyway, the worst part about it is this dude's doing this, and then the other guy comes in, and the people in the market are like really apologize. They're like, I'm so sorry. They're like, I'm like, it's not your fault. I'm just not going to let anybody attack my family. And that's the end of that. And he's like, I completely understand. And that's when the guy comes in and he's like, why don't you walk away, bro? And then there were people yelling at him. You know what I mean? Because they're like, why would you even say that? And then I look at Tiger and he's starting to get upset. And I'm like, man, dude, you're making my son upset. You know, like, just shut up. And I'm like, don't worry about it, dude. I'm like, we're gonna get out of here. And you know, the market people are super nice. But my son is upset. You know, like, I don't.
Yeah. Did the other guy apologize? Your neighbor?
Well, fuck no. No, he's a complete C-bomb. Like, he's completely dedicated to the game. And maybe Tiger's right. I don't know. But the dude really, really doesn't like me. And I don't really know the dude. We never met the face until I saw that car. And I'm still not really sure because I didn't want any more to do with it. I was trying to get out of there because my son was really uncomfortable about all the people that were doing, like, high tension shit. This guy was flipping out. He pulled 3 things out of his bag and none of them were good. But he kept running over to a bag and pulling it out and coming towards me. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Like,
you know.
and you guys, nobody here is. I'm like, you realize if this dude if you poke and it touches me, I'm going to fucking light you up. You should all stop this, you know? Because I'd said, you know, just get the fuck out of here, dude. You're a crackhead. We're calling me. I'm like, I mean, I don't know. What else do you call you? What else do you call people that do what you're doing?
But he's on foot, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
they did. The cops came.
The cops came.
Fuck yeah. Well, I mean, I left, but then when I came back down, because I took my kid back, but when I was driving back, because I had to go do something, I don't know what I had to do, but the cops were down there dealing with the dude.
And he was
'Cause the
still
dude-
there.
Yeah, because he was flipping out on everybody. You know, he's like, get me a fucking stick, or I'm going to kill Jason. I'm like, man. But it's me, you know, it's like me. A little bit. My wife is like, it's not you at all. Like, the guy was out of control, and you were just protecting your family. And I'm like, yeah, bet you if, you know, Tully was there, bet you somehow wouldn't have happened like that, you know? I'm not saying.
Well, it's
I don't,
really.
you know what? I don't know. Maybe if it had been like that, and your son, and you had 2 when they were that old, and one told, you know, maybe you would have. I don't know. I just seem like I'm like, you look at you know. And then when the guy walked in, I thought he's just saying that because of the way I look. You know, the guy, you're having an altercation. Well, look at you. Of course, you should walk away when you know what I mean. You're telling the guy, go ahead and throw a punch.
Right. We all make assumptions about people based on looking at them.
Yeah,
We do.
I'm 80% sure that I did the right thing, and then the other part is
Well, nothing
gotta
happened.
go to therapy more.
So you dissolved that. You didn't beat anybody up.
Well, I think it's to your point. I think it's really, really hard in the moment to strike the absolute sweet spot between being overly aggressive and, I don't want to say being a bitch, but like getting out of there, but sort of in a way that sort of gives them the upper hand. It's really, really, there's a handful of times in my life where in that situation, I said the exact right thing. And I remember every single one of them because I was really fucking proud of myself for nailing it because it's not easy to do.
See, I always take the bitch route because that's kind of my only option.
Well, that's not true. You've accosted several homeless people.
That's right.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm undefeated.
You have. You've intervened in
you-
situations with strangers. Based on
Well,
what you
yeah,
told
if like
us.
if somebody's like about to rough up a woman like right there in fucking public, yeah, I'm jumping in and
Yeah, and you're not
I'm
just saying that,
subbing
you
my-
have.
yeah, and I'm subbing myself in like you kick my ass while she runs away, because odds are I'm not winning that fight either.
That's a good
But, like,
sub.
I have
way more honorable of you if you're helping a lady knowing that you're probably going to lose the fight versus someone who is like, sweet, I get a free one and I get to help a lady.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Way
'cause,
more,
I mean,
there's way more honor in that.
I people start shit with me a lot.
They do.
What?
Yeah.
Why do I? Man, I want to live with him just so that I want to. Who are these dudes that start shit
Yeah,
with
what
you? I
kind
want
of
to
shit do they start with you?
kick their asses, man. Let's get 'em.
Sometimes it's completely unwarranted. Sometimes it's if there's like, I don't know, the slightest bit of a scuffle or something. It never ramps up. It immediately just jumps from, because they look at me and they're like, "Oh, I'm winning this 100%. Let's fight." It never escalates to the fight. It's always just, "Oh, let's fight."
Who is?
I almost got my ass beat in Minneapolis.
Yeah, when is this?
Did you?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You went on the first floor, didn't you?
You gotta watch
you
out
gotta
that
stick.
first
You
floor.
got it. That's a rough floor. You got to stick to the second floor there, man.
I did.
Nobody's getting in fights up there, man. Just getting Quiznos on the second floor.
Yeah, Crackhead wanted to fight me because I was trying to film Andrew on one of those e-scooters.
Oh yes, you mentioned this. That's right.
Yeah. And some guy, like, on the other side of the sidewalk thought I was filming him. Like, oh, sure, I'm just going to film this random jerk
No, there's a
off.
robust and active homeless population there. They're unpredictable.
Yeah.
Unpredictable.
And
What
they're
do they
walking
do?
to
They-
get dinner.
They
like,
just freeze in the wintertime and then thaw out in the summertime.
I would love to answer that question, Dingo, but our guest is standing by.
Oh, there we go.
We do.
Oh shit. That was nice. Man, Joe McHale's jacked. It's weird.
How's it going, Joel? We met.
always been.
I don't recall you being a jacked guy. Sorry.
How well?
I remember you kind of being like
You guys are on the other side.
funny, smart ass, almost a nerd guy at one point.
Nerd guy.
When I first saw you, that's what I kind of thought. I remember thinking you were an action hero in that
think
one
you
Devil
were.
movie.
Probably distracted in the tattoo chair.
I am busy in there sometimes,
Yes,
and I do regret it sometimes, but it's too late now.
So when you
John
saw
McHale.
Deliver Us from Evil with your countryman, you thought, oh, that nerd.
Countryman,
it's-
yes. No, I was like, check out. No, look, nerd. I'm just trying to give a short synopsis of what I thought originally when you delivered your face to the TV screens
Oh, okay.
in my life.
I was covered
I was
in
like very,
suits,
very
yeah.
witty,
Oh,
very
thank you.
fast,
Thank you.
and not somebody that would beat the shit out of a satanic possessed man. And
Yes.
you already jump into conclusions. It shows me you're not that secure because
Oh,
what I
I'm
was gonna say when you were
deeply insecure.
yeah, well, aren't we all? Actually, somebody out there probably isn't, but I am fucking insecure as hell. But I also
Yeah.
think I'm pretty sweet. Are you with me?
You are very sweet. That doesn't
Thank you.
mean you can't be sweet.
And that's the great thing about it. You can be super little and also very sweet and powerful.
I think a little bit of questioning yourself is always very good.
Yes, but let me get back to you.
Yes.
So you're a badass in this movie, and I go, wait, that's smart, witty TV
That's-
making fun of people guy. Check you out, beating people up and
Yeah.
looking like it, and then
With a
I never
knife.
noticed. Were you jacked then?
I was pretty big. I was
You're
about
not-
the same size.
You're not going to try and tell me that you've always been jacked, are you?
I was way more jacked when I started the suit, but I always wore suits, and then I got really skinny because I thought,
Bullshit.
for real, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I would have noticed those lats.
Yeah, no, he's fully full of shit.
You can go look at
Show me
early
Joel McHale
soup.
before he was a comedian or before. Wait, have you always been a comedian? Sorry if that's insulting.
Not at all.
probably
Well,
gonna-
like a stand-up comedian?
Yeah.
That's been like 2004.
Okay, so that's a newer thing. That wasn't an insult.
Yeah. No, I think that's right on.
But before you made it on television, you were
Yeah.
just a weightlifter.
I did well. I played a lot of that American football. A lot of your, I don't know, that footy game.
No,
that
I
you guys
understand
had.
American
Yeah,
football.
you look like a football player.
the NFL, right?
Yeah. No.
Heard of that?
Not at all.
No, but you're saying you liked that and you played that when you were in school.
I played, football in college back in the 1960s.
Right. And what position did you play?
Tight end.
Does that mean you run and catch the ball?
That means you block and then
you
run
blocked
and catch.
people?
A lot of blocking. I was much larger then.
How big? How heavy
was
have
like-
you been, Joel McHale?
How do you? I've got to put this in the metric system. I was
You don't
200
have to put it in
240 Celsius.
Fucking Oh, mate, that's pretty big.
204. I was like 245 pounds.
That's really hot. You must have been good.
245
terrible.
pounds?
Yeah.
Did you do steroids?
No.
Are you doing steroids now?
No.
Are you on HGH?
No.
You don't do any of that stuff.
I don't do any
What
of
about
that.
NADs?
What the hell's that?
Oh.
Is that
Are you fucking lying?
I am not lying.
How can you be that jacked and that famous
I don't
and not
even
know about NADs?
I don't even do that creatine, which so many people do.
Yeah, creatine's like...
What's an NAD?
NAD.
You guys do those?
No, look at me.
Just me. He doesn't do shit.
What
He
do you?
does-
How? What is that?
It's this thing that I just...
non-disclosure agreement.
I just started, and it's you go on an IV of all these weird things they put in your body, and it's supposed to make you young and powerful.
And
So far, not very good. But it's gonna
how
get-
long has it been?
I've only done 3. It's supposed to kick in after 4 or 5.
Yeah, after like the 6th payment.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
payments. Yeah,
How expensive is that?
it's super expensive, but as you can already tell, very powerful, famous, and rich. And
Yes, I mean your teeth alone.
Thank you.
They're
Your teeth,
beautiful.
they're not gold, but they're fucking immaculate.
I do a lot of brushing. Now I learned. I do. I brush all the time. I brush. I got to the point
How
where
many times a day?
Okay, this is gonna disgust you. I do it once a day, but
Me too.
for 20 minutes.
No.
Oh, I sit and I will watch an entire sitcom working then, well, of course I floss
Yes.
very vigorously, and then I use hydrogen peroxide as my rinse, and I
Oh
will
my
rinse
goodness.
with another 10 to 15 minutes.
So that's why it looks that good. But you're gonna get mouth cancer though, right?
I already had it a
That's
couple times. No, my dentist said, is it because I have no cavities, but he said you're brushing too hard. He goes, you're
Ooh,
gonna
20 minutes, even if you brush
Yeah,
lightly,
he's
would
like,
probably be hard.
you got to go much lighter.
Yeah, at that point you're just grinding like powder into your teeth.
Well, you're
I'd imagine.
you're ruining your gums, because your gums will recede if you make them, if you rub them too hard.
I reckon you
Much
just
like a
got
penis.
good teeth. No, it depends what kind of dick you got. Some dicks are stronger than others.
That's true. I have 3.
You have 3 dicks?
Yeah, you
I
remember
met a
those
guy
old-
that had 3 balls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's that? Is
Just
that
some guy that I was jerking off in a jacuzzi one time, and I'm like, whoa, what is that?
the guy from Midnight Oil?
Just me and him and
Yeah.
AC/DC were all banging it out.
Wait, so NAD
Yes.
stands for what?
Excellent. I don't know. Put stuff in your body. What does NAD stand for?
I'm trying to
Andrew,
Google it now.
Come on, Andrew.
I know the future of all athletes, and this is what people in the NFL are doing. George,
Are they allowed to? Is it?
Wait, are they allowed? Yes, no, it's legal because it's not steroids. It's
IV
fluids,
infusions.
vitamins, and then some other thing that they used to use to make people not do drugs as much, but they found out that it has other things that it gives you, like anti-aging and all this other shit.
Yeah,
Looks
according
like-
to Google, Nads is a hair removal waxing company and
That's not-
testicles.
That's not the same fucking
No.
No,
I'm looking at it here. You got
I
some.
want to go down this rabbit hole.
You got some-
Nobody
some
removed
amino-
any hair from my crotch when they...
So they put this thing in your arm.
Yeah.
They drained a bag of it into you.
Yeah.
And they said, come
Takes-
back 4 more times.
It takes, when you first start, they say, because the IV is supposed to takes like 4 hours, but you do it in 3, and then I was trying, because as soon as you start putting it in you, it makes you feel sick. And I was trying to do it, the faster you do it, the better. So I'm like, turn it up, and I'm like, whoa, turn it down, I don't know if I can handle that. And then the last time I did it in under 2 hours. He's like, that's pretty good. But then I heard this other guy that I know that I fought one time, UFC fighter, Carl Kingsbury, he did one in 20 minutes.
Oh.
He's a big man.
But
I think that's
he
bad
was
for you when you do that.
just shitting everywhere the
But
whole
he's
time.
jacked like you.
He's jacked like you.
You're fucking jacked.
Thank you. I haven't
And you're
even
the fuck.
exercised today.
He's
tall.
jacked as fuck.
Look, I've learned after trying like that, people are like, do creatine, do this pre-workout. I find that a double espresso and consistently exercising is my solution. Is that if I do 40 minutes a day, I'm good.
Is it low? Like, do you take it easy on yourself? Because I think creatine is only when people are going super hard and it's
Yeah,
just
I
to
didn't-
recover faster.
Yeah, I didn't notice any difference.
Is your diet perfect? You
No.
seem-
It's
You don't eat
I'm
shit, do
pretty
you?
conscious, but I still eat sugar and stuff.
Okay.
But I just mix it up with I've noticed that last summer I was like, I'm doing it every day, and I noticed and I was like, consistency always is what added up. When
Right.
people want these like secret solutions, if you do this, if you do that, I was like, if you just exercise every day and
Yeah.
don't eat like a pig, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I've tried to say that.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I know. I figured that. All right. He's staring at me, too.
I was actually staring at Kevin because both of you have come to me with what should I do, and I'm like, there's the same thing. Everybody
Just don't
has.
eat as much, and
You can even eat a lot if you worked out every day. You can. I will get high and eat a cake.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I've eaten pizzas with my kids. And then I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste it. And then I'll just shove another piece in. I'm like, oh, I didn't even want that. And I'm not fat the next day because I just work out all the time.
Did you already work out today?
No, because I got tattooed last night, so I'm taking a day off. I got tattooed on the back of my legs like for 4 or 5 hours. So.
Ow.
It's not that bad. He was a really light person.
Oh.
But he's into what's that Screamo music? Screamo punk, and every now and then he sang along
Barbra
to it.
Streisand?
No, I wish. I would actually prefer a man saying Barbra Streisand to me than fucking, what is it? Fucking
Like
pop.
Taking Back
You're
Sunday or
aren't you
Silverstein
paying a
or
bunch of
something?
money for this? Couldn't you just go, hey, could you cut that out?
No. That's
You don't get it, man. These guys are artists.
All right.
one time I did jump into the conversation a little bit just to break the beat up. But then the music changed, and then it got better.
All
and
right.
that's when I discovered that Danzig makes your tattoo not hurt. I didn't know that. If you listen to Danzig when you're getting tattooed, it doesn't hurt as much.
I don't know, really?
Frank Sinatra starts to hurt again.
I'm going to have to disagree.
You're a Frank Sinatra fan?
More than Danzig.
How many tattoos do you have?
17. But they're all around my anus.
17? What are they like?
No, I have no
spots where they-
tattoos because
You're very white.
oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm translucent.
Right.
I'm a vampire.
I would take it that the authorities never bother you, right?
Fuck. No. Not yet.
I mean, you could slap an
I
officer
mean-
in the face, right? And just walk off and be fine.
I have a cop car I drive around in.
it's some police officer's car that you took. And they're like, oh shit, Joe McHale, enjoy, I guess.
Yeah, I'll throw my license while I'm driving.
I'm surprised you even have. Yeah, why would
Yeah,
you
why
even
even-
need it? Joe McHale. Does anybody else look like this? I don't think so.
Right. I wear a Boy Scout uniform sometimes.
Why not?
Yeah, it's just fully turn into the role.
So a comedian, as in let's do stand up. You're already rich and successful, and you're doing all this other stuff. Why do you have to go back to the slums? Because I tried comedy. These guys are tough.
Oh yeah. Well, here's where the insecurity comes in.
Oh,
I have to prove all this stuff to myself.
Oh, okay. And how's that working out for you?
Well, are we talking to all of Perth right now? This is the biggest show in Perth.
Fucking sweet Australian joke. I haven't been there for a long time, but that was a good one.
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you.
No, you know what? I don't think Australia's listening at all.
Nah.
What?
I think
Couple
it's like
people.
5 people in Australia that have Sirius XM.
Oh, well.
Yeah. No, it's more of an American thing. Canadians are hearing this.
Oh, well, I'm half Canadian, and a part of the act, like 20 minutes of the act, is about Canada. So I'm going up there tomorrow.
Which part of Canada are you from? I have to do that.
My
Sorry.
mom is from New Westminster, Canada.
I don't even know what that one is.
That is a suburb of Vancouver.
Oh, okay. Well, I lived in Vancouver.
Oh,
We're pretty much related then.
we are
Red Dragons,
we're
man.
brothers. Yeah, go Red Dragons.
That's right. See,
That's
McHale,
the
Ellis,
hockey team,
Red
right?
Dragons. That's
No
we used
idea.
to hang out.
I feel like
skate the streets. McHale would always be there to fuck up security for us.
I feel
Yeah.
like your
Remember
times
that?
in Vancouver are a lot different.
What are you talking about? We totally rocked Expo 86.
I
We
fucking-
rocked the Expo.
Man, Expo was the shit. You're right, Joe. We really thoroughly enjoyed Expo.
I love Vancouver. I'm not saying that as
no,
a-
I would live there. Except there's this guy there that's like a lot like me, and it's too much for both of us to live there. I think like something would happen.
Who's the guy?
Sluggo, and
Should
he
we-
was born there, so I respectfully.
Do you want me to get him?
No, I love the guy. That was tempting. Sluggo, you almost died just now, just so you know.
Because I'm from Seattle, so my mom's from Vancouver, and it's basically kind
Who
of
went
the
up?
same.
Did your dad go up there, or did your mum come down? How did this-
Strangely, my mom and dad met
on the border.
On the border.
On a
Yeah, they
tugboat.
were Border Patrol, and I love that Canadian Border Patrol show. You ever watch it?
No,
Oh, it's so wonderful.
because they're the meanest people that I've ever had to. As a foreigner, that's at one point
Look,
I had
once you've-
a holiday visa. Those people.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually they tried to deport me in Vancouver.
Yeah, they don't like
on
Australians
a holiday
there.
visa.
Because I went to the Slam City Jam. You were there, obviously. We were skating. And,
Oh,
and then
man.
after the Slam City Jam, where you
I
won
totally
and I lost.
ollied.
No, you ollied the shit out of that
I
contest.
McTwisted
McHale.
something.
You fucking McTwisted as well. You did both those tricks. And then I tried to go back, and they said, "Were you at the contest, the Slam City Jam?" And I was covered in skating And I was like, yeah, just watching it. And I think I got, I got in the top 10,
Yeah.
got paid for it. And they're like, so just here to watch. And I was like, yep, where you going to America? I'm like, just going back. What for? Just, Disneyland. He's like, Disneyland. But you came here to watch the skateboard contest. And I was like, yeah. He's like, do you have money? Do you have a lot of money? I was like, yeah, I got tons of money. Where's the money? I was like, it's in my bank account.
Oh,
really?
man.
And I said, yep, I can get a statement right now for you and show you. And he's like, get that statement because you're not coming in if you don't. I'm going to deport you if you don't have that.
Yeah.
And I said, let me just go get it. And then I got in a taxi and I drove back to the downtown and I called my friend Moses. You know Moses from the Red Dragons.
He's
of course, Joel.
amazing. Oh, Mosey?
Yeah, old Mosey. And
How's his hand?
Mosey, it's great.
Good.
He said, stay right there. And then they took care of me, told me to get on the Bones Brigade. That was half your advice as well. And I got
Bones Brigade is the way to go.
athlete visa. Boom. Now here I am with Joel McHale talking about comedy.
But you got to watch that. Once you start lying, like, not that you were, because you weren't watching, all of a sudden, when you start putting that fishing line out there,
he knew. Yeah.
He's like, oh, this kid's.
Yeah. And I was probably shitting myself because every time I went through customs back then, I felt like I had like kilos of cocaine in my shoes.
And you had nothing.
I had nothing, but I was trying to be a pro skateboarder and you weren't allowed to do that overseas. So to me, being just such a shit liar, shit criminal, a pussy, just all those things combined, I was just like,
He was probably scared. Because you probably looked pretty intimidating.
I didn't look like this.
Oh.
I looked more like you then.
Well, in the Canadian Border Patrol show,
Yeah.
like the Chinese people will come in and they'll say, like, do you have any food in your suitcases? They'll be like, no.
No.
And then they open it up and there's 20 pounds of pork. And they'll be like, what's this? And they're like, I don't know how that got there. And then I enjoy it so much.
Oh no, my clothes turned into pork again.
Wait, so it's not even like the border patrol like out on foot on the border. They're literally just the guy sitting at the airport.
They do that as well.
Oh, boy.
And the
Oh, they
best
do?
is when old, like, elderly, I watched this one where this elderly guy had his pickup truck and he and his wife, they're like, hey, Karen, any weapons or anything? Like the standard, and they're like, well, just got my little pistol here. And they're like, oh, sir, would you mind just pulling over there? And they're like, yeah, no problem. They go in, they're like, so you're going to jail. And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you cannot bring firearms into Canada. And they were like, but it's only for, and I was like, well, yeah, that's going to happen, sir. You have
to put an old man in jail. Do you believe that old man? Or do you think that he was lying and he knew very well that
He seemed was doing a very good job.
a good, sincere
Compared
acting
to a lot of the people that when they have 20 pounds of pork, all of a sudden they forget English. Those are my
right.
And then the Canadian guys say, no problem. And then in Chinese they'll call another guard over and they're like, why don't you ask him? And it is so satisfying.
Remember the show went to Vancouver.
No, I know. I'm getting nervous. My hands are getting clammy just hearing these stories. Yeah, because they catch all of us. We're terrible liars, every single one of us.
I got pointed
and
out.
we were criminals at that.
I
moment as
usually
well.
walk up and just go, switchblades. And it's a great icebreaker.
I don't see how you could get pulled over even if you said that. I got in trouble for mad dogging a guy.
What's mad dogging?
I don't know. I
What?
didn't even know I was
Staring.
doing it. Yeah.
Like,
Really?
He said he
Mugging.
mad dogging me, and I said, me? And he said, yeah, you stop mad dogging me. And I was like, I don't even know. I'm looking to see if you want me to come up to the desk.
Oh, that's when you
Yeah.
got to go, you look like my brother who passed away.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh.
Wow.
That's when you got to go. You got to
Write
dirt
that
road
down.
them right there. You
Yeah.
dirt road them, and then they don't know that. Yeah.
then you slip right into the
And
country.
then they got my phone, and Sluggo texted me, and they said, who's Sluggo? I was like, how could you guys not know who Sluggo is?
It's Sluggo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, wait a second, this guy's not Canadian.
So when you go to Europe, do you get stopped a lot at the in immigration
It's been a long time.
customs?
I don't think I mean, I have green cards and stuff now, so I usually, and the world is so rock and roll
Yeah.
that it's not, you don't think that I'm a drug dealer anymore.
Now, is it true that in Australia that more people are tattooed than not?
I haven't
No.
lived there for a really long time. I don't know.
There's certain areas where they make you cover up your tattoos to go into like bars and restaurants.
Tattoo guy that tattooed me last night said that there's a whole big wave of like Mexican gangbang tattoo style and there's like a bunch of really big name Australian tattooists that are the most famous and the best at doing it, and they're all in Australia doing this version of what like Southern California like gang.
So it's become popular for Australian tattoo artists to give Australians Mexican gang tattoos.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Except it's not the gang tattoo because
But
obviously you can't have
inspired by, right?
It's their style. It's totally their
Yeah,
style,
right,
but
right.
it's done in a way. Apparently, there's like 10 guys that everybody pays.
And then when those people come to Los Angeles, I am sure that it's a problem.
That's what
I
I
would
thought. I'm like,
think.
when some dude from Melbourne, oh mate, check out my.
Yeah.
I just don't think they do 13, and I don't think they do.
Yeah, he's just got a big 13 on his arm.
They do. I think they do versions of their style. They don't do actual.
But the customs agent is gonna
13th
go,
Street.
Oh,
tattoos.
that's just in the style. I get it. Go ahead.
Right. No,
feel-
seriously. No,
No.
if you're covered in those tattoos and if he has a bunch of tattoos like that and then gets on the plane and comes here, and I guess the accent might help, but still,
Yeah.
you're going to get pulled
Would
over
be
and
very
checked
good.
out.
I feel like it's when in the 80s, when I was alive and you guys weren't, that was really cool to wear Japanese different script and Japanese, like the Japanese flag, but it was always the flag pre-World War II, and which had the arms coming out of it, because now it is just a red circle, and they removed the arms of the sun.
I don't remember the
what?
arms. Man,
Yeah.
you are old.
Yeah, well,
There was arms on the sun of
Yeah.
a flag of Japan.
the
I know that.
Japanese.
I know that.
Thank you. This
I've
is
been
not
to
old.
Hawaii.
Just don't do the thing where people go, "Well, I don't know about that. I wasn't born then." You're like, "Yes, but things happened before you were born, and you can know those things."
What
yeah,
is this?
There it is. They
that's the pre-World War II, which
What are you talking about? That's kamikaze. That wasn't the Japanese flag.
he's seen
yeah,
the flag.
kamikazes wore the Japanese flag.
May I see?
Yeah, so those flags are on the side of the.
that
those flags are on the
The
side of the bombs.
the rays of the sun meant their empire was unending, and so then after World War II,
It's a way
they
better flag.
took them away.
It's a sick flag.
So
But as a symbol, right?
what? As a the
Like,
flag.
To say sorry.
Well, yes, they were like, we are. Yeah, that was pretty bad. A lot of the stuff that happened.
Right.
But that said, it's cool. It's like if you were a kid to wear that flag, and so when Japanese people would see it, they'd be like, "Great, thanks a lot, a-hole."
Oh, yeah.
So
Didn't even
that's
realize that Christian is a skateboard graphic.
yeah, that's.
I
Friend
think he
wore-
did demos in Japan with it on there.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Like recently.
Yeah.
No, when he was
Yeah.
in his prime in the
Yeah.
80s, I think he went over there and had
I'm
skateboard.
imagining he got some shit for that.
It was a dumber time.
It was
Yeah.
the 80s.
I think so.
How dare you?
What makes you think you're the only
Oh,
person in
because
this
this
room
is
who
the
was alive
super
in the-
smart time.
The
They
weird
got you
thing,
there.
I was thinking about
Like
this
when
this
you go on
morning.
YouTube and there's a sock puppet that has 46 million hits, you're like, yes, the world is exactly where it should be intelligence-wise.
And yet people probably are brighter nowadays than they were then.
Oh yeah. All right. Well,
That's
tell
the
that.
scary
I
thing.
don't know.
Then-
Tell that to the fucking Renaissance.
You got to do. It's like some people are shredded more than they've ever been, but as a whole, everybody's very unfit. So you could say there's some really, really sharp people out there, but as a whole, people are pretty fucking stupid.
I think people. I think 10% of the people have always been relatively intelligent and
you don't think they've
thoughtful.
got smarter.
And 9. No, definitely not. I think we have all sorts of evidence of inventions and things that have progressed along. Because I think every new generation thinks they're like, I know what's going on, and that clearly is not the case.
What about phones? Why are they so good now?
Because like everything, technology progresses. I mean, you had river power for a long time, or steam power, but that was obviously the height of technology. And before that, it was a horse. But human beings were able to figure out go from the biplane to jet engines in less than 30 years.
You might be right, because I brought up recently, why didn't we go to the moon a bunch of times? We only went one time, and now it's like a big deal that we might go again. I'm like, wasn't there really old
Yeah,
people that
we
almost
did it.
died that did that? Why didn't we go? Why can't we just all go there now in taxis?
It's because it didn't make any financial sense, because it was the end of an era and not the beginning. Because America wanted to prove, after fighting a war on two fronts at the same time and then going to the moon 35 years later, that we went, people are going to look at us and go like, yeah, they did that.
Okay, it was a hustle.
Right. And then we invented Jimi Hendrix, and which is pretty great.
Does make you want to kind of kick back and not go to the moon anymore when he starts playing, though.
Well, the thing with the moon is that there's not a lot for us to do. There's talk of it being a place to begin where you launch to Mars, because it would be easier to get there, but that's a long way away.
I'd rather live in the sea.
In the sea?
Yeah, deep, deep, deep down in DC where those light bulb fish live.
That's the whole draw for you.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming I'm living down there because up here's fucked.
Oh, but we were already sending out piles of garbage and nuclear waste into the ocean. So, I mean, Fukushima alone has fucked it up. And then, there's that 3 square miles of garbage floating everywhere. That and look at your Great Reef Barrier there.
It's growing again.
Yeah, because they made people go away from it. Now they made it grow, right? Like
they're
that thing in
working on it.
Thailand.
It's growing back.
No, it's growing back.
But it's not going to be what it was.
It's going to take. It's a lot. I don't know what it's compared to. Where you'd be like, oh, the carrier pigeon. It's finally. Actually, there's a couple of those where there used to be millions or
you think
buffalo.
it'll be like 100 years and then it'll be great.
Steve Irwin was a bigger loss than that for us, I think.
It's
tough.
If you give it 100 years, yeah. I mean, look at Chernobyl, right? So it's working.
They got vodka there now. You know that?
Yes, I saw that article.
Tourism, Chernobyl's kicking ass.
Yes,
that explosion was the best thing that ever happened to that place.
Agree.
Yeah. In 20,000 years, when you can really go back there, it's going to be.
Wait.
I can't wait to go to Fukushima for my beach holiday.
I'm being told you
wait
have
till they're
to
making
go.
sake there.
I didn't get to talk to you about fucking stand-up at all.
Oh, let's do it.
You do the stand-up thing. You're already Joel McHale. When you do stand-up, did people welcome you to the community, or was it a little bit difficult to get in there?
Well, when I started, it was when the soup was first becoming popular, so it was a bunch of soup fans, so it actually was easier and not necessarily the greatest testing of one's comedy because it was people that already knew me, and I wasn't just some guy trying to get a cold audience to find the jokes funny because I could walk out on stage and make a soup reference and everyone would enjoy it. That's all gone now. And it's just the jokes that I've written recently. So I feel like, it was a strange way to get into it, but I definitely have to earn it way more than like just going and yelling out soup hits.
Yeah, look, I feel like I do it a little bit, and I watch other people do it, and I feel like a lot of it is sort of the delivery and the confidence in the person.
But I think that's part of it. But
you had a show where you had to do it every day, where you're.
Well, once a week we did the show, but
I was watching it every day.
God bless you.
You were great.
He's my favorite, and you, because you were so great on the Raiders. I feel like it's a sport. Like anything, you got to practice it all the time to be good at it. And so I've worked at these jokes for a couple years to make sure that they're not awful.
So now that it's going to be huge and you're a successful comedian, are you going to be traveling the world and you're going to be doing in cars drinking coffee with Jerry Seinfeld? Because that's the greatest show ever made.
It is great. Yeah, but he hasn't called.
Well, I think that's going to be the best episode.
That's
wait.
Not true. And
you should fight people, man. You are jacked and people don't know you.
I'm too old to fight.
Stop saying you're old. You look great. How old are you?
I'm 61.
Fuck off. You look great for
Thank
61.
You. Did I mention that I drink
steroids and
it's a liquid polymer that glows?
Doesn't surprise me.
I go blind for an hour and then I wake up.
None of this
don't know where
surprises
I am.
me. I wouldn't be surprised if you slept in like some sort of gel. And then it's like peeled off you and you pop out like a fresh Ken doll.
I wish I had spent my time learning a skill like MMA.
Yeah.
And then I'm
a skateboarder. I'm not very good at fighting.
Yeah, someone who says they're not very good at fighting is the best fighter in 10 square miles.
In this room, for sure.
Definitely in this room.
Yeah. The only way...
Maybe on this floor.
Tough room.
Yeah, the only way I'm going to beat an MMA fighter is if I have a samurai sword.
Or you're in a movie, because when you're in a movie, you kick ass. But you have to go.
But you've also got Stargirl coming. Is that in production, finished?
No, I'm playing a superhero there, because I had to get in super good shape.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you're fucking jacked.
I'm going back on Monday to do more.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
It's so weird. He does comedy and he looks small again. How the fuck does he do that?
That was 4 months ago.
You just wear like a baggy shirt and all of a sudden you look like a nerd again.
This is what I'm talking about.
It's like hiding your cleavage.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
It's like a super hot chick that wears like a fucking banana hammock. It's so confusing
the lady
to me.
Often, I have to say, it's the of people now.
Oh man, I thought I was going there to see the next one.
Oh, to see the next
gonna do.
Oh well, we can make it
They
happen.
can't all be winners,
I'll get
Joel.
Dennis. You have a successful show. on Sirius FM. You're paying all these white people. Look at it.
Love paying white
It's not a
My favorite thing to do. Give white people
It's
money.
like the Viking show here.
Oh, man. Holy shit. I never,
He's got your number.
right? What can I do about that?
Do you like the Viking show?
I did, but then when Ragnar died, I was like, this is stupid.
Thor Ragnarok?
I mean, what? Thor, right?
Oh, no. So if you want a good Viking show,
Yeah?
Norseman on Netflix.
Seen it. Yeah, of course I have.
How funny is it?
It's very funny.
It's wonderful.
It's very enjoyable. You're an enjoyable guy, too.
You know what? Not as enjoyable as you.
Everybody says that.
And thank you, whoever you guys are.
Not true.
Right back at you, buddy.
Thank you for having me on so last minute.
Yeah, I
owe
thought you canceled and then you were on. So
that's going to be
that
a
was
whole
a fucking sweet surprise.
No, that will be a whole thing when I get, because I was sitting in the lobby and they were like, what are you doing here? And I was like, here for the interviews. They're like,
Yeah.
your guy canceled them.
Tully said, hey, I'm pretty sure I'm making coffee with Joel McHale. And I'm like, that son of a bitch, he's here. Said that he canceled. And then you walked in.
They said that I was due on.
Well, I'm glad it worked out. Everyone wants to see that. I don't even see the guy that's going to. You don't have. I mean, you got nice pecs, but they're not that good.
After
Can you make him talk like The Rock?
He can! It's on camera. They are trying so hard to get me out of here. They're hit another sound effect.
I can see you beat Hobbs. Wait, sure. I don't
Hobbs
know.
is tough.
Oh, Andrew?
No.
The only way I know I could beat him, he already let me know, is that I would have to swing for the knee real quick.
Or make him.
Try to gouge eyes and hands and like about cheeks.
Oh, that guy.
What's it going to take to make this?
I don't know. 10 grand. Let's do
Wow.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
Jason Ellis
on Faction Talk.
Starting at the age of 9 or 10, I would leave the house in the morning. I would spend all day outside, and I would come back when it got dark. I want to live in the wilderness. It's just you're by yourself. It makes you introspective. Yes, I will bring some kind of shitty processed something with me to eat processed meat. Sometimes I'll take my pellet gun and I'll put the assorted meats, I'll tie them to a tree, and then I'll shoot them. So I feel like I'm getting some wild game. Hunting with a bow sucks. A snack doesn't mean Twizzlers and fucking cheese balls, man. Insert my penis into a Twizzler. I wouldn't go out and shoot squirrels and eat those. Yeah, and I could feed them Twizzlers. Oh yeah, I love me some good old-fashioned raw bear meat in the morning. Dude, I can dig all day. That's my shit, is the outdoors. I love it.
Jason Ellis.
Wow. Welcome back to the Jesus Really Fast Jason Ellis Show. We're here, and we're talking about the UFC. And I want to say that the UFC this weekend was average. I want to say it was average, and that I had more fun watching Invicta.
I saw a guy's nose get.
That was exciting. Mike
separated.
Perry, you know what? Mike Perry lost and was still the most exciting thing that happened in the entire event. I do not like Valentino Shevchenko. And I know that it's... I'm not... Oh, you didn't see that.
Oh, my God.
It looked like that pig nose
He got turned into a pug.
man. Remember the living pig
Yeah.
abomination?
Pig.
Nose.
He
Abomination.
Go down. He got kneed in the... He got his nose kneed off and kept fighting.
And gave the crowd the finger.
That was not at the same time.
No.
But yeah, he did do that too.
I've never
His
seen
nose looks like a curled, soft dick.
I've never seen a nose actually explode.
No, I've seen a couple of those. Rich Franklin's one got kneed off his face.
His nose is under his eye, and that's
Yeah.
just the middle part of his
Yeah,
nose.
and he would have known that too straight away and kept fighting.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
So that's you got to respect that, or be terrified. Either way, I understand. But to me, you save the entire card, and that's why. Because I'm like, you're not the best guy. You're not very good when it talks to when I'm talking about champion. You're not that good, but you are obviously very good. You're in the UFC, but he carried the whole card. I felt like he was the most entertaining guy. Said the most entertaining shit before it, after it. His face came off in the middle of it. That and then everybody retweeted and reposted his nose being off the side of his face. It's the most props out of all the things that happened. And to me, Shevchenko is just... She's so lame that even when she dances salsa music, I don't like her. She's got a video
that's
doing
not good.
She did a salsa music celebration because she studied and she's lived in an area where she learnt it. And even the way she's just a robot.
Yeah, it's
And
very
I don't
mechanical.
like robot fighters or robot athletes.
I love robot fighters.
And she's annoying when she talks. Now I don't know why, but that stupid cringe Sahito was talking about fighting her. And now Valentina Shevchenko addresses it that she would fight
Cejudo.
I'm like, come, you know what? You might become entertaining if you do that, but apart from that, you are so lame. And then Liz Carmouche, you had a title shot, and then you had another title shot, and you blew it.
Yeah, I started.
You didn't do anything to get that belt from her.
No, my attention started waning. Did Liz Carmouche at any point finally attempt a punch?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in her defense, she can't punch, but at least do something. God, you don't want to get risk getting knocked out. What's the last time you'll ever fight for the belt?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is the time to risk getting knocked out. But yeah, that is the most boring main event I've ever seen in my life.
Big letdown.
I was walking away several times, like going to the fridge, not looking at the TV to see if I was going to miss anything because I don't think I did. It was lame.
That or the what was it? Derek Lewis and I can't think of his name now. Come on,
Ngannou?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
That was
more boring because Derek Lewis and Ngannou are so big and so powerful and so known for knocking people out and ending fights. These two are not really known for that.
But that is
so I guess
true.
it's less boring. And
Well,
they were at least they were grappling. But it really, to be that tentative in the fifth round when you know you're down for sure, it's just you can never understand the mind of a fighter. I mean, look at Mike Perry's face. You want to talk about, because Liz Carmouche could say, "Well, you go in there and you do it," and you're right. None of us are in there. We're not doing it.
But we're not. That's not the proper way to you can't compare that. You compare yourself to other fighters. You don't compare yourself to civilians.
She didn't look spent, Michael. She looked like she could have tapped you could have like pressed on the gas and at least given her something, and like you're not going to get another shot.
Mm-hmm.
Why not go for broke?
Yep.
Has anybody ever had their nose that fucked up in the ring before?
I mean, there's a couple.
I didn't even know a nose could curl like that.
Yeah, no, when your vision is blocked by your nose,
It is a good one, right?
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah, it definitely seems like I don't think I mean, anybody can reinvent
Good for
themselves.
business.
Who
It's
knows?
so good for business. Think about everybody's talking about it, dude.
Yep. Yeah.
It actually carried away from the Shevchenko Boar Fest.
Yeah. Barring some stylistic reinvention on his part, I don't think Mike Perry is ever going to be like in real title contention, but it definitely seems like the UFC has a new workhorse, a la Mark Hunt, a la Cerrone. Obviously, Cerrone, has been and is still in title contention, but just a guy that you can